Okay, let me see here. If I'm in the view, I guess I am. Wanted to talk about the new HBO show that's going to start Sunday. Today, by the way, is June 23rd, 2012. So I guess it starts the 24th, I think, tomorrow. It's the Newsroom, and it's by Arnold Sorkin, who did The West Wing. I just loved The West Wing series. I came to The West Wing late. Everybody was raving about it for, I think, years. And then I had just started watching, and then, of course, I watched the reruns. And when I was signed up with Netflix, I ordered in the DVDs and just watched it. I think I did that like twice. I should have just bought the set. Just loved the West Wing, and so I think I'm going to enjoy the Newsroom. So I'm looking forward to it starting tomorrow. I don't know. The last few days, I must have 250 channels on television. I can't find a lot the last few days that the movies. I love movies, but it seems like they show the same movies over and over again. I mean, I watched some of the same movies. I don't know how many times, and I don't know. The last few days, I just couldn't find anything I really wanted to watch, and so I'm looking forward to the Newsroom. CNN has a little thing on there that talks about the I can't talk to you and look at my screen here. CNN had a clip, and they said CNN's favorite West Wing moments, and they showed a couple, just a couple, and that got me thinking about the West Wing, and there's so many episodes, so many things on that show that I just loved. Charlie Young, I guess that's dual. I'm not going to give their real names. I'll give their names from the TV show. He was the personal assistant to the president, and there is a bunch of when he's goes to be hired. He wants to be hired at the White House as a courier or whatever, and the people there instead, we want you to be, assistant to the personal assistant of the President of the United States. No, I want to be a courier. That scene, that type of thing, and there's a lot of scenes with him. One of my favorite is the President. It's Thanksgiving time, and the President is sending his personal assistant Charlie Young out to get a really good carving knife, and of course, Charlie Young comes back and no, this one is, this is English steel or whatever, but the handle, and it comes back, oh, this is finish, they make a good, this comes back, and finally Charlie comes in, okay, the President, okay, that'll do, and then Charlie Young says, Mr. President, you've got a carving knife or whatever, and the President says, yes, but I'm giving that to you. And of course it's Charlie Young, PR, I don't know that, and the President says, that's Paul Revere, not Paul Revere. Was it Paul Revere, the silver maker, and anyway, and it's the knife that the President, it's been in his family since the United States was founded or whatever. Claudia Jean, the press secretary. Oh, there's so many great scenes with her. Sam Seaborn. He's the one where he is told that he has to go over. There's a class coming of kids, little kids, grade school kids, and their teacher, of course, and he has to go over and and he doesn't want to do it, and I'm presidential assistant, and he's told, well, his boss, the guy that died on the show, and Leo McGarry, and died in real life during the show, is his boss, and that's the come on, what do you chief of staff. So he runs everything, and Sam Seaborn is told, your boss, his daughter, or will be in that class, and it'd be good if you could do a good job, because had this little incident, and so Sam Seaborn goes and he calls the teacher out, and she comes out, and he says, who he is, and you really need to help me. I want you to tell me who, point out to me the daughter, or maybe he thinks it's a granddaughter of my boss, Leo McGarry, because I accidentally slept with a prostitute the other day, and it would help me if I could get in good with my boss and whatever. So could you tell me which one of those kids in there is my boss's daughter? And the teacher says, I'm the boss, I'm Leo McGarry's daughter. That was a great let's see, Leo McGarry, who was actually John Spencer. So many great scenes with him. His drinking thing, when he's talking to his lawyer, and he tells her he's an alcoholic or whatever, and the feel of the glass. Well, he's an ex-alcoholic. He's an alcoholic. He doesn't drink anymore, and the tinkle of the ice, and that type of stuff. And Toby Ziegler, maybe the best. How much time have? Okay, 8 minutes. Toby Ziegler, I think maybe the best episode that they had, where Toby Ziegler gets called by the Capitol Police to a park, and there's a dead man there, a homeless man on a bench. He froze to death, and Toby Ziegler, why am I called here? Well, we found this card in his pocket, and it's Toby Ziegler's business card. And Toby Ziegler, I donated that coat to Goodwill. So anyway, Toby Ziegler, and it's a, homeless man, and Toby Ziegler sees a tattoo on him, says, well, he's a veteran, and he should get some benefits for burial, for that. He was in such and such a unit. He recognizes the unit or whatever. So it turns out that Toby Ziegler he's such a, in the show too, and these characters, and he's such kind of a hard-boiled guy. Actually, he's very sensitive, but comes across hard-boiled. But in this, he gets sucked into arranging for a military funeral at Arlington for this guy. Anyway, who was really great, the secretary to the president, what was her name? She just died, by the way, last week or a couple weeks ago or whatever. Passed away. But I can't, I don't see her listed. Anyway, the secretary to the, she, Toby, I need to talk to you. What in the world did you do? You arranged for a funeral? You called up and said, you know, this is the White House, and you know, and Toby said, yep, I did. She said, well, the president wants to see you. So Toby goes, you know, in to see the president, and the president says, you know, Toby, you know, what have you done? Have you taken, you know, you made this call. I'd just like to know, what else have you done? Have you taken us out of NATO? Have you, you know, have you declared war? Have you done anything like, you know? No, Mr. President, you know, I'm sorry. And the president says, you know, something, you know, you shouldn't have, you know, you shouldn't have done that. What if all the homeless veterans, you know, and Toby says, I think they should, you know, I think they should, you know, whatever the president says. Okay, Toby, you know. And then they have the ceremony at for the veteran, and it's, you know, it's Toby and the secretary to the president. She, when Toby's leaving to go, then she says, Toby, can I go with you? And if you watched the story, you know, if you watched The West Wing, you know these characters, and you know that I think she had 2 sons who died in, I think, Vietnam, both of them, you know, in the military service or whatever. She says, can I go with you? So at the cemetery is Toby, the presidential secretary, the homeless brother of the man who was homeless and died, and that's it. But, you know, there's the music and the drums and the firing of the guns, and there's some other thing. Oh, the saddest, Donna Moss, no, not Donna Moss, I just mentioned it, Claudia Jean, the press secretary. The thing with, she finds a guy that she likes and he's killed or whatever. There are just so many great moments in that. You can see a lot of them on YouTube. The clip, I don't know how they get by, you know, doing that. I mean, it seems like they're copyrighted. Maybe but you can see a lot of the short scenes. I guess if you put all those short scenes together, you could. But you should, if you have Netflix or have some way of, if you haven't seen The West Wing, and you have like Netflix service where you can see, I wonder if you could watch that online. I don't think I could watch it online when I think I had to order the DVD sent to me. But watch the West Wing from the beginning through, and you learn, you know, great show. And so the Newsroom, I'm hoping, it cannot be that good as the no way as the West Wing, but I'm looking forward to seeing it tomorrow night. So thanks very much for watching.